How do you make a woman feel desire for you, even when she seems completely uninterested? This is a question many men quietly struggle with, often in moments of confusion and self-doubt. You meet a woman who fascinates you. Conversation flows, you're respectful, attentive, kind. Yet somehow, instead of growing closer, she feels farther away. The more effort you invest, the less interested she appears. It's frustrating, discouraging, and it can make you question your worth. But here is the truth most men never hear. In most cases, you are not doing the wrong things. You are simply doing the right things in the wrong order. Attraction does not develop through logic the way we are taught to believe. It does not grow from checklists, explanations, or proof of good intentions. Desire follows a different pathway, one rooted in emotion, instinct, and subconscious perception. Dr. Eva Danielle has spent years explaining that female attraction is not something you negotiate with words. While many men focus on showing reliability, kindness, and commitment through reasoning, a woman's deeper mind is quietly scanning for entirely different signals. These signals operate beneath awareness, often outside of what she can articulate herself. This was never your fault. No one taught you this. School didn't cover it. Family rarely explains it. Society often gives men advice that sounds morally correct, but is psychologically ineffective. Research in evolutionary psychology consistently shows that attraction is driven by mental shortcuts and emotional cues, rather than rational evaluation. Once you understand this, everything shifts. You stop chasing interest. You stop forcing outcomes. Instead, you begin to embody the kind of presence that naturally draws women toward you. One of the most important of these signals is masculine presence. This has nothing to do with physical appearance, wealth, or dominance in a loud or aggressive sense. Presence is about how you occupy space emotionally and energetically. When you walk into a room, are you comfortable in your body, or are you subtly shrinking, scanning for approval? Women sense this instantly. A man who moves calmly, who is not rushed, who doesn't seek validation through constant reactions, communicates value without saying a word. That grounded energy feels rare, and rarity creates attraction far faster than compliments ever could. Imagine entering a social setting and allowing yourself to settle before engaging. Your breathing slows, your posture opens, you observe rather than perform. This inner adjustment alone can dramatically change how women respond to you. Her subconscious notices that you are not trying to impress. You are simply present. That presence feels stable, and stability feels intriguing. Another powerful dynamic is emotional challenge. Many men believe agreement equals connection, so they mirror opinions and avoid tension. But attraction thrives on polarity, not sameness. Light disagreement, playful teasing, or expressing your own perspective creates contrast. That contrast generates spark. When done with warmth and confidence, it communicates that you are comfortable being yourself and do not need approval to exist. This is not about being argumentative or dismissive. It is about engagement. Attraction grows when there is movement, not when everything feels flat and predictable. Equally important is how you manage attention. Giving too much too soon often backfires. Constant availability, instant replies, and rearranging your life around her signals that your world revolves around her. The female mind interprets this as low value, not devotion. A man who has purpose, direction, and commitments outside of her feels intriguing. His time matters. When you maintain balance, interest grows organically. This is not about playing games. It is about having a full life and inviting her into it rather than orbiting hers. Deep connection also forms through intentional listening. This goes beyond hearing words. It means noticing meaning. When you remember small details she mentioned casually and reference them later, she feels seen. Being seen creates emotional intimacy far more effectively than flattery. It shows that you are attentive without being needy. Care combined with strength creates a powerful emotional bond. Vulnerability also plays a role, but only when it is grounded. Many men believe they must appear flawless or invulnerable, while others overshare and collapse emotionally. Neither creates attraction. What connects is honesty delivered with self-respect. Sharing a challenge from your past without seeking sympathy shows emotional maturity. It communicates that you are human, reflective, and stable. Trust grows when vulnerability is paired with confidence. Physical connection, when introduced gradually and respectfully, also shapes desire. Light, appropriate touch activates bonding responses in the brain. A brief touch during laughter or a casual brush while walking together can create warmth and familiarity. These moments should never feel forced or rushed. When done naturally, they associate your presence with comfort and safety. One of the most underestimated elements of attraction is controlled unpredictability. The human brain is driven by dopamine, which is released through rewarding uncertainty. When everything about you is obvious and predictable, interest fades. When there's balance, sometimes warmth, sometimes distance, sometimes initiative, sometimes pause, curiosity grows. This does not mean inconsistency or emotional games. It means not over-explaining yourself, not always being available, and allowing space for anticipation. Dr. Eva Danielle emphasizes that these dynamics are not tricks or manipulation. They are reflections of internal alignment. Attraction responds to who you are being, not what you are trying to do. When your actions come from a centered place, rather than anxiety, women feel it. When you stop seeking validation and start living with direction, your energy changes. Your voice slows. Your movements become deliberate. Your decisions feel grounded. At a deeper level, attraction is not about becoming someone else. It is about removing the internal noise that fragments your presence. When a man is internally divided, monitoring himself, fearing rejection, or chasing approval, his energy scatters. Women sense this immediately. The feminine nervous system does not relax around unstable energy. It either pulls away or takes control. What often looks like disinterest is actually self-protection. True masculine presence begins when you stop negotiating your right to exist. The moment you no longer need to be received well, you begin to be felt deeply. This shift is subtle but transformative. Society teaches men to earn affection through performance, but desire does not follow moral rules. It follows polarity. Polarity requires clarity. When both people seek reassurance, attraction collapses. When one is rooted and the other responsive, desire ignites. Many women already carry leadership in their daily lives. They plan, manage, anticipate, and decide. When they meet a man who is equally uncertain, they don't feel desire. They feel responsibility. Responsibility kills attraction. Desire begins where effort ends. This is why real authority is quiet. Loudness compensates for insecurity. True presence creates gravity. Gravity does not chase, it pulls. When you stop leaking energy through over-explaining, rushing, or seeking approval, you reclaim your center. Silence becomes comfortable. Pauses become powerful. You begin to listen more and speak with intention. Emotional dominance, as Dr. Eva Danielle explains, is not control over another person. It is control over your internal reactions. The man who cannot be destabilized becomes stabilizing. Stability paired with mystery creates attraction that feels natural and unforced. Rejection no longer devastates him because it does not threaten his identity. It simply provides information. When you stop asking whether you are enough and start asking whether you are aligned, everything changes. Attraction stops being something you chase and becomes something that emerges around you. This presence influences not only romantic relationships, but friendships, leadership, and boundaries. People respond differently. Resistance softens. Conversations deepen. At the deepest level, attraction is not a decision. It is a response to coherence. When who you are and how you act are aligned, others feel it before they can explain it. And that truth, once embodied, becomes impossible to ignore.